Man, it's Chef Pat, man. Stories from the driver's seat. I got a cool passenger with me. You're not going to see their face, but they got a story that I think we need to hear about. I'm just learning about it, so you want to learn about it. Found out that they have moved from their home state to another state, and they moved because of a relationship. So we're going to jump right into this. I just found out they moved for their ex-fiance, so let's hear about it. What the heck? Tell me about how they proposed, how they got you to move down, and what the heck happened after that.
He didn't get me to do nothing. I wanted to. I mean, ish. He proposed on a cruise, so that was chill. But we were dating for 7 years before we broke up. So it wasn't like I would just move down there for a boy.
Okay.
But yeah, we were together for like 5 years before we moved down.
True. Okay.
Yeah. So
5 years, he figured, all right, let's be in the same space. You decided to be in the same space. So 2 years later in the same space, he decided to take you on a cruise and propose to you.
No, we was together for 5 years and then he proposed.
Okay, 5 years, then he proposed. So you were technically engaged for 2 years?
Yeah.
So help me and the folks paying attention to better understand. What happened over those 2 years and how you didn't just say, all right, now we married? What happened?
A new place. We thought it was like we got engaged. We thought it was going to be the next chapter. And it's hard. It's hard moving to like a new state. Like no family, no friends, like nothing.
Right.
So we moved because of his work.
Right.
And he worked from home. So make it make sense.
Yeah, hello. But when you're in love, we just do things.
Yeah.
Don't ask certain questions, but okay, keep going.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, it was just hard to adapt. I'm like, there's nothing like...
But I'm thinking, if you move someplace with no friends and real family around, you got to lean on each other more. It's literally like that Bonnie and Clyde situation. It's us against the world.
Yeah.
How come that type of vibe didn't happen?
Well, that's the thing. It was like, we were like relying on each other a little too much, maybe.
So talk more about that. Like, how you relied on each other to the point where you no longer liked each other? Or
no,
what did you
it wasn't
discover?
that. It was just like, I don't know, like, it's hard to make friends as an adult. Like, that's what we like realized. So like, because like most of our close friends were like from high school or college, and like, so we moved to the other state like a year after graduation of college. And then from there it's just like, it's not easy to making friends as an adult. And then like even after the fact, like even after we had broken up, it's just like, dang, we know no one down here still. So we had to be each other's like comfort even after the breakup. And I'm just like, that's crazy work. Yeah.
But before the breakup, I want to really get to the point of knowing that if you're in a place where you have to lean on each other, that's supposed to, that's what relationships are about. And you guys were engaged, so you're actually working to get married. At the end of the day, it's always just supposed to be about the two of you. So help me to better understand how you got to the point of leaning on each other so much that you no longer wanted to be together. What were the red flags that you started to see? But matter of fact, hold up. Who initiated the breakup? I don't even know that.
Okay, so I did. And here's the thing, it's not going to make sense because I'm not going to lie, like there was no red flags. It was just moved to a different state. He was able to adapt very, very well. I was not. So went from like really big on family, didn't have my family around. Really big on like having close friends, didn't have any close friends around. I loved my job, went to a new job that I hated. So it was just me. I just did not know how to adapt. This is like the biggest thing that
But why would that end the relationship? I mean, that you're saying he's a good guy. He had a good job. You were working. You didn't have the family and friends, but why does that still make you say, I don't want to be with you anymore in this experience?
Okay, so I thought a lot about this, but like, I don't know. I initiated the breakup. I gave back the ring, and I immediately like regretted it, and I was just like, nah, like never mind. And I think it was just a cry for help. I know that was like a drastic like thing, but like to me it was just like I've been kind of like explaining that like I'm just like miserable down here, and I wanted to like move back to our hometown.
You did communicate that to him. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So at least you did that, because some people don't communicate and then they just break up like, yo, but I didn't know. If I know, I would have did something different. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
You told him that you were uncomfortable and you needed to move, but he really couldn't leave there because of the job.
Yeah.
That was a work from home job.
Yeah. I mean, it's different. Like he needed to travel a lot. Like he worked from home, but he needed to travel a lot to like Atlanta. Who else that is? But whatever, Atlanta or like LA or wherever. Like, so it was work from home, but he did travel a lot.
Okay.
But
so you said that you actually considered that you think you made the wrong decision.
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell him that and try to say, look, okay, I know I gave you the ring back, but I think we can work this out? Like, what happened after you realized you probably made a bad decision?
Yeah, I mean, I begged for like months after the fact.
But so he was just like, nah,
yeah.
F that.
I mean, because that's the thing. Like, I initiated it, but I think like at the very end, like I think it was a thing. Like, it's mentally tolling on someone else to have to deal with someone that's like depressed, I guess, right?
Who was the one that was depressed?
Me. I just hated it down there. Like everything. Like no family, no friends, hated my job.
Right.
And I just knew that like how I was living life before, like all of this was like it's just so different. Culture shock got to me. So I think he didn't want to, like he was trying his best to like help and everything.
Okay.
But I mean at some point it's probably mentally tolling on him as well.
So you guys were broken up, but you were still together because you had to lean on each other.
Yeah, because like we also didn't want to break the lease because like apartment was tweaking. They wanted like $6,000 to like break the lease.
Like, man, I don't hate you that much.
Yeah, because it was like, but then eventually like because they wanted like the deposit in like 60 days,
right?
And then yeah, but eventually we just like ended up breaking the lease. We're like, okay, we're gonna ride out this like lease. It's just like it's whatever, and then it got too much. So
dang, so even in that moment you guys couldn't find any way to rekindle it. Like it was no way he just said, you know what, okay, you're right, let's try to figure it out. Somehow it just still couldn't work.
I guess not. I don't know.
Dang.
Yeah.
So here's the most important thing. Like I've had my break because I've been divorced. I've had ups and downs in the other relationship I've been in. I literally dated a woman that I broke up with 4 or 5. We broke up 4 or 5 times during the course of the relationship. I've learned that sometimes love is love, and if it's meant to be, it'll work out.
Yeah.
Can you let me know, what did you learn from this experience? It was 7 years of your life, right?
So that's the thing. So yeah, 7 years of my life. Like he was my best friend for like 5 years prior to this.
Right.
So I say 7 years, but honestly, like 12 years, because he was like really like I was leaning on him, like he was my best friend, like everything prior to that. But
that's powerful.
Yeah, I mean,
take your time.
I don't know. Yeah, no, it's a hard one because I don't know if I fully believe the words that are gonna come out of my mouth.
So say it.
But sometimes I think I'm trying to find that balance right now where it's just like I want like the pure unconditional love aspect, right? Not ready to date, obviously, but that pure unconditional love.
Right.
But at the same time, like understanding that logistics have to play a role into things. So like I think what I learned is that sometimes love is just not enough. Sometimes like it's because like I see people out there and they're just marrying or like getting into relationships purely for logistical reasons, and I hate that. It's just like you got to get married just for a timeline. Like I don't know if you agree or disagree with that, but like I just see that way too much. But like at the end of the day, I'm like kind of thinking about it. I'm just like long term though, like logistics matter more than that unconditional love.
I mean, I am in a space where I see marriage so differently now than I did before I was married. I will say that I can see different perspectives. I can see the perspective of logistics. I can see the perspective of just love, and just love will win and we'll figure it out. Because one of the biggest challenges that I know exists when it comes to marriage is just, first of all, you got to understand the institution of marriage. It is a business. It is a contract that you're entering. And sometimes to make marriages work, you have to treat it like a business, meaning you need to make a plan. You need to have backups. You need to have, sometimes you need to have real meetings. You need to understand all the aspects that are going on in this relationship and the dynamics, and really plan out how we're going to make these things work. Everything from your friends to your family. Does the families get along? What is your strategy when we travel? How do we interact with, say, somebody gets sick? Like, it's a lot of things that go on in marriages that you really have to be prepared for to make sure that you stick it out together. So I understand it from that business standpoint. But from the love standpoint, I think some of us really don't understand what love is. I still think some of us don't do a great enough job of truly learning how to love someone else. That's what I really learned. I thought in my previous marriage that I was providing the love that my partner needed, but no, it wasn't the love that she wanted. And many of us don't understand how important that is. You have to really know how your partner views love. Like, what is their love language? That is real. Because when you learn their love language, you can love them the way they want and the way they need to be loved, and not the way that you think they need to be loved, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that.
When we can get to that point, then yeah, love can figure itself out. Love will work when you actually know that both of you are truly loving each other the way you deserve to. Because in doing that, you're going to address the financial stresses, you're going to address the family challenges, you're going to address all these other things that come up because you're doing it out of love, you're doing it out of the way that that person needs to be supported. And that allows you to figure things out. So that's how I look at it, you know?
Yeah, I feel that.
So so you said you're not rushing a date, but you're still in a place that you're really not fully happy being in. So how are you coping with being in this place? Are you about to move? Are you going to find a better job? How are you coping now?
So I did find a better job.
Congrats.
Yep, which is good. Obviously, like, there's still ups and downs to everything, but like, I love my job at the end of the day.
Good.
I started therapy. So I started therapy recently. Like, I've never like done therapy. So, and it's going really well. Like, so that's that. And then just kind of just vibing, because we were dating since we were teenagers, and like, this is like the first time in a.
You're learning how to be alone.
Yeah.
Not lonely, but be alone.
Yeah, and I've like definitely grew in regards to that. Like, there was a lot of times where like I just like could not sleep like at night, and like just insomnia was just like insane because just sleeping alone. But now it's just like I'm just enjoying my own company.
Right.
So. And then trying to like actually like establish myself in this new place. I did double down. I did buy a place, so I locked myself in. Even though I like was so miserable there, I was just like, nah, you know what? Like, it's I got to change my outlook and my perspective on things.
Okay. That's mature. That's growth. It's maturity.
So. But yeah, I mean, doing things like this, like, you know, still trying to maintain contact with like my friends from like home and everything, which is great. Because really establishing is like strong relationships.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's probably. I'm happy to find that you said that you actually are in therapy. More people need to work with good therapists. I say that good therapists. All therapists aren't good, but be with good therapists to help you work through your challenges, your issues, and really help you to grow in a good direction, especially because you're in a dynamic where, yes, you're away from friends and family. You don't have a support system, and that's hard as hell.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's big, and I'm proud of you for doing that. Congrats on purchasing that property. So now it's challenged you to be there longer, but at the end of the day, you've created a little bit of an asset, a little bit. Yeah. Some people still see property as a liability, but it's an asset. So you now have something that has created some value and something now you can pour your time into to now fixing up things, and so it's giving you a little bit more purpose and some things to do while you're there. So that's cool. Keep your mind off of dealing with dating, because being a homeowner, that's your new baby. That's going to keep you company. Maybe you end up getting a pet. Maybe, I don't know. But man, that's been dope. So I appreciate you. This has been a very interesting ride. I told you this is going to be a cool story. I knew there was something in it that people need to hear. You shared a lot. I thank you, man. This is Chef Pat, sharing stories from the driver's seat. We just put up to the destination. She's here for a bachelorette party. So, South Florida, whatever goes on here stays here. So I thank you so much. Appreciate it. Enjoy yourself while you're here. Peace. All right.